Hey, welcome to Area 51 Raceway, and today I want to talk about some tools that I purchased from Amazon. They are small miniature tools basically, and I've started experimenting with just using them from doing small brass work. And I know Harbor Freight has like a lot of other stuff as well, but I wanted to experiment with these because they were a little bit cheaper than Harbor Freight. I know Harbor Freight's gone up a little bit. Nothing against Harbor Freight. They still have good prices. But I wanted to not have so many big pieces of, equipment here because I really don't have all the room for that. I mean, this bench is substantially pretty good, but I mean, having a big drill press here and they would block me from getting into my, into my cabinet. So, of course, this first tool here is from Harbor Freight. It's the small chop saw. And then what I purchased from Amazon is this little sander, and it's a 2-directional sander. And it's, got a small motor, and it's good for just, grinding stuff down, nothing heavy. This is mainly for brass. And then I have the small drill press that I also got that was fairly really cheap as well. And then I got myself a sonic cleaner, which I have right here, which is about a good size for chassis. I think I could fit a 124 chassis in there depending how long it is, but again, I'm experimenting. And what I wanted to do is showcase the tools on cutting brass and doing things. And then of course I have the Dubro wire bender that I set here because I'm going to be doing everything out here. And in the garage it does get cold in the winter and it does get hot in the summer and humid, but it's something I'm willing to deal with because I just don't have all that room upstairs to put all this in. And then of course, grinding brass and stuff, not good to be walking on pieces of brass, and hurting yourself or your pets, because I have 2 dogs and I don't want them getting anything stuck in their paw if they happen to wander in there. So I'm going to show you 3 of these tools. One's for Harbor Freight and 2 are from Amazon, and so far the ratings have been pretty good. The longevity we're going to find out, but for the price of what they are, I think they were worth it. I know this little sander here was $55, and then this little drill press thing for small brass work was $74. And then the small sonic cleaner, I think this is 10 milliliters, I'm not sure, but this is about $40 something. So I'll put the links, and as I'm talking the video, I'll put pictures as well, probably at showing the prices and the stuff that I got. Okay, the first one we have here is called the Drill Master, and this is from excuse me, almost said Amazon. Been buying so much from Amazon. This one is from Harbor Freight. So I have myself a piece of 8151 or 8152, and this is great for cutting small brass pieces. So you basically, length it out to where you need it to, and I don't have it plugged in, forgive me. And you would just basically make your cut. Let me disconnect the battery there on that one. There we go. And so we're going to turn this on, and you're going to see. There you go. You get you some nice cut piece right here. And that's what you're achieving. You're just wanting to cut your brass instead of having to use you could use the small miter box saw, but you could try this out and then make your cuts pretty straight, as long as you keep it level and stuff. And then, for example, so you have a piece of, how would you say this right here? I'm sorry, I'm not focusing. There's a little burr here. That's when we're going to move her to the next machine, which is the little sander. And you could basically just turn it on. Whoa, don't do that. Hold it up more here. Yeah, use safety glasses, by the way. And you could do that and just grind it down. Oh, let me get on the camera there, and you see we got a nice square cut, and then we got it nice smoothed out. This is, again, a useful tool for doing small grinding and stuff like that. And then you have the drill press. So the drill press is another small little tool that I got. I'll put it right here. And let me back this up right here so you can see it. And again, this is great for doing small holes with whatever small, whichever size drill bit you use. This could be anchored on if you want. I haven't done that yet. I want to get something different than this. This comes with it. It's to hold it, but you're not really. You could hold this by hand if you want. If you mark your hole and line it up, and so forth. Maybe go right here and just slowly Do a little pressure. Doesn't take much for this to go through. So I'm putting very light pressure, and you see the drill bit's doing this job because the brass is starting to come out. So like that. There you go. And you make yourself a nice hole cut right there. And there you go. See? Pretty cool. So these are kind of the little things that you could get to help you out, because drilling this is really tough. I've done drilling these holes with a drill bit, and with the drill, excuse me, a hand, a power drill, electric drill, and it's tough to do that because you want to keep it straight. Or with this, it keeps it super straight, and you could just go down and put your holes in. So that's 3 tools there. Of course, the sonic cleaner, I don't have any cleaner to demonstrate that. And there's also a speed control here, so if I turn this on, I can increase the speed with this little block here and go faster, but it's really not necessary for that brass to go super fast, because you don't want to heat up the drill bit, depending on the type of drill bit you have, and then wear it out quicker. But as you can see, it's really easy, simple tools that you could purchase if you want to, how would you say, enhance your building. And again, this is just things that I just experiment with. I'm going to use these. Now again, the only downside of this is that I don't like that that this right here is exposed, this rubber belt, so you got to be careful not to, when put your hand over here, or if you have long hair and you're reaching over this, not to hit this belt here, because it's not protected, and the switch is back here. And the speed is also adjustable on this one as well. It's got the same AC adapter to where you turn it on. And this is directional, so this is counterclockwise and clockwise. And of course, you could change the speed like you did with the other one, faster. But it's up to you how fast you want to do that. I don't think it needs to be super fast. And again, with this one, everything is exposed as well, so you got to be careful. But I mean, they're simple, inexpensive tools. And I think we're going to just keep using them, and I think they'll be worth it. Of course, this one was cheap too. These at Harbor Freight are like 40 or 45 bucks, which are great. And so in total, what I've spent on these 3 tools here, this one, and the sonic cleaner, was about 188 bucks. That was delivered and everything, tax and all, if you're a Prime member. So $188 for all this stuff, which isn't a bad deal, considering that, if you do go to Harbor Freight and get the larger drill press, if you want to get a larger one, by all means do it. Really, in brass and something this small, you don't have to worry about doing any of this. You're not drilling like 1/4-inch steel or anything like that. So it works out real well for brass stuff. And of course, you can cut this on that, but really the best thing to do is use your tube cutter. And when you do use a tube cutter, thing about this, that you could cut this like that, and it's a lot easier. I wouldn't use this. I would use a tube cutter. Now, wire bending is a whole other thing as well. Dupro makes a wire bender, and I'm going to show you that here in a sec. So here's the Dupro wire bender. I highly recommend this one because I think, in my opinion, this works out better than the Micromark tool that I do have for bending wire and shaping stuff. And this one in particular is a real good tool. And now the bits are 0.47 thousandths and 78 thousandths. And this is pretty much all you need for the wire for like 502, 503, 504, and so forth. Now if you get into bigger wire, like 3/32, real hard piano wire, then your best shot is your big Bama Jamma wire benders right here. Or you could get yourself a bench vise, which I plan on doing, a small bench vise, and then you could bend these on the bench vise. These will not bend here, and I don't think they make anything this big enough for that. To be honest, I haven't looked, but I wouldn't do it. But when you get the wires like the ones that you use for making chassis stuff, chassis, here's a great bend on here. As you can see, that's a perfect, 90, and it's really great to have this tool. So I'm going to get my 78 thousandths right here, put that in, lock it in place. I'm going to get my wire. Say I'm making my mark, I'm just doing this as an example, and then you just bend this, and there you go. And you get yourself a nice cut, nice bend there. Of course, this wasn't flat when I did it, but you could always spin this out and reshape it. But and that's what you could do to make your, you know, little chassis parts. If you're making a mod, this is great for that, to make your bends and stuff. And again, this Dubro thing is really cool. I really like it. See, there's a right there. I mean, it's a great tool. Here's your wire bend there. If you need to straighten it out, you can hit with the hammer a little or bend it back. I wasn't really lying this flush when I did it because I was using it as an example. So, but that's a perfect example. This is a great tool. Of course, you can get this from Dubro. It's an easy bender. I find this the easiest one to bend wire and stuff, small wires and things like that. So that's it. Just wanted to show you all that, and hope you gain some how would you say, some knowledge and some information that could help you with building. So there you go. There are the tools that I've, you know, basically shown you. This is just a small video, just you know, going over some power tools, you know, some small power tools. Again, they're nothing, you know, super durable, obviously, because they're not designed to do heavy metal stuff. But for brass, this really works well for doing your you know, chassis projects. And again, it's just showing you what you could do if you get a couple small tools and if you want to enhance everything and stuff like that. So I hope you've enjoyed that information. I hope it helped you out, and as always, you take care and have fun racing.